Wine School 420 special edition. I want to call this Rules and Regs. Basically, I want to explain my rating system because, you know, a lot of people do 1 through 5 stars for things, or for wine it's, you know, a 100-point scale, but really the scale is from like 50 to 100, and it seems very arbitrary and outdated. So I thought I was just trying to think of a way to simplify the equation that might work well in this format. And I had this thought of sort of like thumbs up or thumbs down, basically, on a wine, given a whole bunch of factors. And then most wines actually would probably fall into this middle category, which is like, they're fine, you know, not the worst thing, not the best thing, fair for what they are. And I give those like a meh. I don't even know what this emoji, what do you guys, what's the best word? I think of meh when I see this emoji. What word do you think of first when you see that emoji? Whatever. So that's like sort of average, I guess. And you know, most wine, if you were to hand me bottles that I didn't find myself, just, you know, out of nowhere, I would probably, you know, 5 out of 10 of them would be mess, I would imagine. But I'm trying to actually, for the most part, find, at this point, good values for people watching these videos to be able to actually go and buy. So I'm trying to make it a little bit more holistic of a review. Like, it's not just how delicious is it, because the 100-point scale, to me, and ultimately it has to come down to deliciousness to get anywhere above a 93 or 94 for most of those people. There's no way to reach those heights without being just awesome. And same here, but there are wines that I have given a thumbs up to simply because I thought for the money they were good. So the way I'm thinking about the scale is maybe about a quarter of the score is just like deliciousness. Like, if it's not delicious, it's not going to be able to get a thumbs up, you know, for the most part. Another quarter of the score is like value, price to quality ratio. And then the other half is a lot more subjective, but well, no, okay, there's a quarter of the other half that is comparative to other things. So if it's in a category that's really crowded, like California Cabernet, or, you know, Pinot Noir from France, or Sancerre, you know, those things, you are taking into account how this wine compares to other wines of the same branding and of the same ilk. Then the last quarter of the mental pie of grading wines would have to do with how I know that it's made. Farming and vinification practices, business practices, you know, does the winemaker suck? Is it being distributed by an evil company? Are they adding weird shit to the wine? Are they over-sulfuring? So those type of things go into my judging of a wine for sure. If wine A is equally delicious to wine B, but I know wine B is made by awesome people and wine A is made by jerks, or they're doing stuff that I think masks. Someone said, maybe in the comments, maybe you know, I believe a female wine person from Burgundy, it's going to come to me. A woman said, oak mars the face of wine, or something like that. What's that quote? So that's basically how I break down the grading system. Value, deliciousness, comparative stacking up, and business, farming, and vinification practices. Boop! That's how I grade. This has been an edition of Rules and Regs. Rules and